So I'm currently in Hampton, Virginia. I grew up all over Hampton Roads area, Virginia Beach, Cheesetown, Chesapeake, and Baby, New York, Norfolk. You know what I mean? So all over the place. So like as far as like how I shape my sound, you know, like I said, I heard so many different types of music, you know, different styles, you know, DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, that go-go was popping off, you know. It popped off a little bit nationally, but it kind of fell off. But that style never just went away, you know what I mean? That still pops off. So, you know, I hung with the white dudes, you know what I mean? They listened to that Metallica, you know, that Iron Maiden, you know what I'm saying? Skaters, you know, they, you know, back in the day, you know, the suicidal tendencies, you know what I mean? A lot of people like, you know, some crazy shit, but like, you know, the music, I was always intrigued with like, man, how do they make it sound like that, right? So, anytime that question would come up in my head, I would want to know the whole time. I'm, you know, not realizing like I'm trying to find my sound. Because I'm hearing these sounds and I realize that, yo, they making this like, you know, I think I can do something too. You know what I mean? Who are my favorite producers? For me, I guess if we just talking strictly hip hop, I'm gonna have to go with like Dilla, Madlib, Black Milk. They kind of in that same pot, right? You know what I mean? Ninth Wonder, Pete Rock, you know, Primo, you know what I'm saying? DJ Premier, and you know, I could throw Kanye in, you know, then I'm thinking of No ID, RZA, Havoc, Alchemist, like it's just so many just in hip hop. Dre, Battle Cat, Ant Banks, I mean, you know, Warren G, it's some monsters out here. Like on a technical side, maybe I'll say like, all right, well, I think maybe my bass lines or my chops, right? To me, the truth is really like, you know, you always gonna be influenced by something you've heard, right? The difference is that, you know, you hear it, but the process, the research, and then the execution, like those are steps that, you know, can kind of create a new vibe from what you heard. And then also like combinations of different types of influences kind of build like a different type of animal. You know what I mean? Yo, it's wild because I remember my mom had a black Oldsmobile. We riding down the street and this song come on, Juicy Fruit, right? And I was like, crazy, you know. And I remember, I be a lollipop, you can lick me everywhere. And I was like, yo. And then in my mind, right, I just started looping that part over and over. You know what I mean? So, and I'm a kid, so I'm not thinking of, you know, I don't even know what producing is. But like, I would say that's the moment that I, you know, kind of realized like I wanted to, you know, be able to make music. It sounds crazy, but I always go back to that moment at times, and it's like that for me was the moment. Oh man, off top, I'm like, oh, if I could get with Jimi Hendrix, ooh-wee, that'd be crazy. The whole Funkadelic, oh my goodness. You know, Mike, Prince, I mean, I could keep going. And then it's like, for me, there's, you know, it might be somebody like, I remember when Bruno Mars came out. I'm gonna tell you, that guy to me, y'all might think I'm sounding crazy, but he's like the new Mike, you know. You know, he might not be able to perform like Mike, but like as far as like, you know, content and composition and, you know, how he structures his music, it just really reminds me of Mike. So like, yeah, that's definitely a cat that I would also love to work with. But for real, I want to work with artists that can take my music to another level. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop taught me that can't nobody tell you what you can and can't do and what you can be and not be. Hip hop's taught me regardless, whatever the path is gonna be, that's what's gonna happen. And can't nothing determine that outcome but the source. And the source was hip hop. Yo, this is Jack Analog, aka Superstar Dakar, and this is Culture Keepers.